everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm sure as you can tell by today's title that we are going to be talking about stress today, and I have a perfect story to go along with it. It's funny now that I'm about to tell you guys, but at the time it was not funny. It was very stressful. So I flew in to Chicago from New York on January 1st, and coming back from Christmas break I had quite a bit of luggage with me. And so I'm waiting by the baggage claim, and I was waiting there for quite a while, and I'm like, where on earth is my luggage? And so I look at the little TV monitor thing that tells you the status of your flight's baggage, and it said that mine was complete. And I was like, that's really weird. I was like, if my baggage is lost, I'm about to fight somebody. And so I go talk to a worker, and I'm like, hey, can't find my luggage. Can you tell me where it is? And she's like, I am so sorry, ma'am. Your luggage is still in New York. They never put it on the plane to go to Chicago. I was like, what? I was like, I have school tomorrow. My luggage has my textbooks, it has my clothes, it has my makeup, it has everything. I need to have my luggage. And she's like, I'm so sorry, but the best that we can do is get it to you in at least 24 hours. And so I'm stressing out so much. And let me tell you guys, when I stress, I'm very extra, which is kind of bad. I'm trying to work on it. But anyways, I call my mom, and I just start venting and getting really upset with her and all this stuff. And she's like, Kayla, you need to breathe. And I was like, Mom, that is not what I want to hear right now at all. And she's like, honestly, if you don't calm down, you're gonna break out, and stressing out is not gonna make your bag get to you any faster. And I was like, you know what, you're right. So I hung up the phone with her, and I thought to myself, it's New Year's Day, and the word that I had picked for 2018 was joy, and that I would choose joy despite my situation. I learned that the difference between happiness and joy is that happiness is based on the situation around you. Joy is not based on the situation around you. So this is one of those instances where I was not happy, but I decided that I would choose joy, and I started to think about all the positive things. I landed in Chicago safely. The flight was really smooth. I had 2 bags with me, and so my other bag wasn't lost, so I had some clothes with me. My aunt was picking me up from the airport, and so I knew she was bringing me food, so I wouldn't have to pay money to buy food. And so I just started thinking about all the positive stuff, and as I was stressed out and beginning to calm down, a verse came to my mind, and that verse is Matthew 6 verses 25 through 27. Okay, so that verse reads, therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, or what you will wear. Is not life more important than food, and the body more important than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Who of you by worrying can add a single hour to his life? And I absolutely love the ending of that verse, because it just reminds you, worrying and stressing out does not change the situation at all. If anything, it just makes you feel like crap. It makes people around you feel like crap, and it doesn't change your situation at all. And so I came up with 4 points for you guys that I use myself actually, and these 4 points really help me to deal with my stress in a healthy way and overcome stress in my life. So the first one that I have for you guys is to breathe. That is not something I like to be told when I'm stressed, but it's something my mom tells me very often when I'm stressed. And honestly, come to think about it, it is so important to breathe when you are stressed out. At least 5 deep breaths, because what breathing does, it slows down your breathing, and it helps you get your thoughts together and actually process and think through what you're stressed out about. The second thing I have for you guys is to praise. So what do I mean by praise? Well, I got this example from the psalmist, and what they do is they start off with who God is in their life. They remind themselves of his power and his strength and how he is in control, and then in the middle they talk about their pain or their stress or whatever they're struggling with, and then they end with, okay, I may be struggling with this, but God is still good and he's in control, and I'm going to trust him. And so I kind of try to use that model a little bit for when I'm stressed out. And this doesn't only need to be used for stress. It can be used for pain. It can be used for heartbreak. It can be used for so many things. It's honestly so helpful. And so what I like to do is start off by saying, God, you are good. You are God over my life. You are Lord of my life, but I'm struggling or stressed about X, Y, and Z. And then I end with, okay, I might be struggling or stressed with this, but I know that you're in control, and I know that you love me, and that you have my best interest in mind, even if it's not what I want, and I'm going to trust you with that. And so that's something that's really encouraging to me. It's such a healthy way to get out what you're feeling and get out your emotions, but at the same time reminding yourself about who God is in your life and how He's faithful. So the third point I have for you guys is to ask for help. It is totally okay to ask for help. Whether you took on too many responsibilities and are stressed and need help taking care of some responsibilities, that's totally cool. And if it's a situation that you can't control, call somebody, ask someone, be like, hey, like, I'm really stressed out. Can you come and talk to me, help me process this? Can we hang out to get my mind off of it? I have done that plenty of times with my friends. I'd call them or text them and be like, hey, like, I'm super stressed. I need you to help me out. And we'll go out to Starbucks or we'll go shopping or to the movies, or they'll just give me a hug and just pray for me. And it's so important to have a community that prays with you and encourages you and helps you out when you're going through a little bit of a hard time. That's so important. And that coincides with the last point I have for you guys, which is do not isolate yourself. Isolating yourself just makes everything 10 times worse. It puts your mood worse, and it doesn't help your situation. Nothing's changing, and it just makes everything really bad. So again, with that community is so crucial to being healthy emotionally and with dealing with pain and with stress. Having a community really helps you to process everything and just take your mind off of everything. And so yeah, those are the 4 steps that really help me deal with stress in my life. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any video recommendations, please comment them below. Thank you so much for watching, and please like and subscribe. And until next time.